Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got a decent counters to Red Guardian video. I know I told you guys that I would upload an Alliance War video, but this has to wait just because Red Guardian the event quest just came out and gotta upload this first. It just takes priority. But don't worry, I will upload it later. Anyways, we're going to be talking about this Red Guardian champion. At first I was getting tripped up by the Mighty Charge. It's just habit that I go in for an intercept when I get it. The other thing that was tripping me up as well was his animations for his special 1 and for his heavy attack. Now this Emma Frost is rank 1, level 1 I believe, as a 6-star. So it'd probably be the equivalent of a 550. Anyways, let's talk about his ability. Where you see right there on him, he has a little counter, and right now it says 7, and that counter actually goes down every time you hit him with anything that isn't a heavy attack. So when that counter reaches 0, it stuns. It stuns you for 1.9 seconds, which is actually a pretty decent stun. So what you want to do, it's kind of like encroaching stun, but instead of stunning on a timer, it stuns on a counter. So if you guys are familiar with encroaching stun, it should be pretty easy to understand. But essentially, one of the counters I found was did alright was Emma Frost, because she is stun immune most of the fight. So if you pair her up with the Colossus synergy, she'll be basically stun immune just about the whole fight. As long as she is in diamond form, all you're gonna want to do is throw your special attack every chance you get it. You have to pay attention to the charges still, but it will be pretty minimal compared to if you didn't have the stun immunity. But yeah, so this fight is actually pretty decently easy. You just gotta make sure you keep an eye on the charges if you're using any other champion. But yeah, we'll be listing other counters as well. And if you want to just skip over this fight, it'll be at around like 4 minutes. Start to use other champions. The other thing I did as well was I wasn't running suicides, so yeah, fights take a lot longer without suicides. So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Hopefully it help you guys out, but I believe this is not going to be that tough of a fight. His SP1 is pretty easy to dodge, but I mean all his special attacks are melee and they're pretty decently easy to dodge. Alright, so the other thing is, if you are suffering from a debuff, which you will get often, this is a node, not an ability of his, but you will Red Guardian will get a 200% passive fury. So keep that in mind, because if you get hit, it's gonna definitely hurt. Alright, I'm gonna have him throw his special and throw our special, and make sure we are in the special animation while he throws it. But yeah, as you guys can see, pretty easy with Emma Frost. The fight took around 160 hits, but yeah, it was pretty easy. So 157 hits, did it with Emma Frost, basically the equivalent about a 550. If you have willpower, that will definitely help you out plenty. Alright, this is one of the fights that actually took while I was streaming. You'll notice because I still have the Ace logo at the bottom left. But yeah, with Quake you literally don't have to worry about anything, because even though the opponent has Mighty Charge, because Quake can reduce ability accuracy, he basically doesn't even have Mighty Charge. And if you want, you don't have to play completely stun immune like I did. I just kind of did it for fun because it added another layer of difficulty. But as you can see, that counter stays at 10, and will stay at 10 because we are not going to touch him. And yeah, already, it hasn't even been that long and he's already down to 50% health. But yeah, some people were telling me that they used Quake as a 3-star. Took them 5 minutes, but they got him down. But yeah, pretty insane ability of some people that they can play Quake for 5 minutes long. That is just nuts. Me, like at 2-3 minutes, I'm already messing up. But yeah, as you can see, guys, with Quake, you literally don't have to worry about anything because you will not be using any kind of basic attack. And even if you accidentally throw your heavy attack when he gets stunned after the aftershock, it will not count towards the timer because it's a heavy attack. Heavy attacks will not remove any counters off him. But yeah, that was Quake fight. Pretty easy peasy. So far we have Emma Frost, and then we had Quake. So yeah, Quake made it pretty easy, and you guys already probably like guessed that I was gonna use Quake. Just the fact that Quake can ignore basically all his abilities is very, very nice. Next up on our counters, so the next 2 counters were both done on stream, but we also used Hyperion. Now, the reason for Hyperion, which you don't really need, like all these counters you don't really need, but they definitely help, is because Hyperion gets special attacks so frequently that you can literally just use special attacks. The other thing is you probably want to master reparry. If you're already doing it, that's awesome. But I will link Legacy's video in the description below so you guys can take a look. It is a very, very useful ability, or I guess skill, to master. And essentially what you do is you just parry twice. You let go and you go for another parry after a medium. And then because Hyperion will be using basically heavies after you parry or stun, that counter should not go down all that much. So you'll see I go for another special attack, and yeah, the counter goes down, but because we are using a special attack, we don't have to worry about the stun. If we reparry and go for a heavy, we'll be fine as well because that also doesn't count for the stun. I'm going to use another special attack. The last hit takes down the shield. And then we just go for another heavy. As you can see, we are at 0 danger because we aren't really using any kind of basic attacks. And yeah, so Hyperion took care of him pretty quickly. He has a lot of damage output. He has a lot of power gain, so you basically don't have to worry about that counter most of the time. Just because, yeah, you'll just almost always have a special attack ready. But yeah, Hyperion did pretty well. Yeah, so this is all done on stream. So as you can see, I'm putting on my webcam again. And the oh god, I think I was talking about somebody asking me if I was a girl because of my profile picture. My bad, guys. Alright, so next counter up that we used on the stream was Domino. And now with this, you have to utilize the reparry skill. So as you can see, basically full Trinity with Massacre and Red Hulk. And yeah, you're just gonna parry once and parry again. And yeah, that's all you're gonna do. The counter will not go down. And now, if in case you weren't good at reparry, you can always back up to the wall, and essentially what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to evade his medium and then go for a parry. So as you can see right there, evade and parry, go back to the wall, evade, parry, and that's literally all you're going to do. And yeah, throw your special attack if you want, but yeah, just evade and parry. And this is basically kind of like a ghetto makeshift reparry, but yeah, like I said, it's basically a bank, and yeah, it should take care of him pretty easily. Other counters I've seen was Nick Fury because he is stun immune during his second life. But yeah, hopefully this video helped you guys out. Let me know who you guys used, who you guys thought was a really good counter. I tried Emma Frost, but unfortunately the guy stays unstoppable for the whole duration of his medium attack. So yeah, did I say Emma? I mean Elsa. Yeah, so he stays debuff immune and unstoppable the whole duration of his medium attack. So Elsa is actually not a good counter. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.